let's see how this works. What's lighting and stuff? Okay. Alright. iPad holder. Which is string, actually. Hooked around a gigantic transceiver. Okay. What am I going to talk about today? I mean, I do these videos daily. Almost daily. Don't I? Well. Therapy, I suppose. Some way of expressing oneself. I don't know. If it wasn't the internet, I'd be more doing other things, which is normal. But anyway, uploading this stuff, you never know when they're going to delete it all anyway, so who cares? So what should the topic be today? Humans? Humans are indeed a killer species. They make all the implements of war and have fun killing each other. Totally insane. As every life form, there's only one of a kind of everybody on the whole planetoid, huh? Did you understand what I just said? There's only each one of us out of billions. The planet is overpopulated. I don't care what you say, okay? People are killing each other. They make the biggest weapons like atomic bombs, atom bombs, kill each other. And most likely they might. Well, use them, I don't know. So what's that got to do with anything? Oh, well. It's such an amazing planet in a way, and all these idiots running around killing each other. All countries are just a tribe of people that migrated to these places and put a flag up and all that stuff. Right. Doesn't matter what country it is. It's a country. It's just a small planet. It's only 24,000 miles to go around the whole thing. It's only 12,000 miles in diameter. Come on. What the hell? But humans make all kinds of amazing things. So we think they're amazing until 100 years from now, and we'll look back and start laughing at some of the stuff. But oh well. Displacement. Interesting displacement theorems. But anyway, I am a collector of their interesting war devices, and they're so well made. I like them. So what? My paradigm. Anyway, doing these videos, I'm sure I have dismissed a number of people over those years who weren't worth my attention in the first place, because most humans are strangely religious, strangely prejudiced against all different kinds of people, color, race, gender. Oh, this goes on and on and on. Pretty pathetic, and it's very petty what they're so frustrated about people are. Shows how it's an indicator how intelligent the human race is, meaning that they are low grade, basically smart animals, low grade. I don't want to insult the animal kingdom, they're more intelligent than most humans, but anyway, I am sure I have dismissed a number of fans over the years, which is okay with me. I don't want to be bothered with such people that harbor such nonsensical and incomprehensible gibberish of what they believe in and think. So they're gone. Their excuses, oh, the government got me, or I've lost my mind, or I was LSD, No, I just open up and can't give a flying fuck what the hell people think anyway. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. It's just they're being like a psychiatrist myself, studying humans and their conditions in Riverview and Essendale Hospital, which I did do. And I was thrown amongst disturbed people, psychoneurotic people, schizophrenic people, psychopathic killers, businessmen, lawyers, doctors. All of these people actually existed. A2 Ward, West Lawn for number 1, or A4 Crease Clinic. It's amazing. And some of these people would commit suicide. Joe Sabot didn't take his lithium carbonate. And all kept secret stuff, and the staff slowly turn into monsters, and some of them don't. It's fascinating. I had a gun collection, as I mentioned before, in the place, as well as a radio collection. So being a prolific collector of things, I had all of that in A2 ward, A1 ward. Oh my goodness. Mrs. Popovich, Dr. Alice Kramer, Dr. Slichter. Wow, the names I remember, so many different names. And to the gentleman that's doing stories on Vancouver's homeless, you should study Essendale and Woodland School, too. And I did spend 2 weeks on Skid Row, down dead center 5 East Hastings Street. When I got out of Happy Acres or Riverview and got my dad to pick up the gun collection and radio equipment. The doctor said, if you ever get bored, let me know, and I did. So Dr. Slichter, Dr. Kramer, and others wrote up my paperwork, and I went to the welfare office, which is on video, by the way. I just saw it on the internet. It's a video. I think I got filmed there and asked for a copy of the video, and I did get a copy of the video. So I stayed at King's Rooms, or Drexel Rooms, 5 East Hastings Street. I had $20, and I bought a .303 bolt-action rifle at the second-hand store. They wrapped it up in paper for me. So I spent there. I met some interesting folks that are homeless and all that. I was with Roy Sharfel, who was in Riverview. Presented me to Mr. King of the Drexel Rooms. Or was it King's Rooms? He's a Chinese gentleman, but it was an amazing place. I enjoyed every second, and I prepared my area to look for a apartment or a room or a house in Lynn Valley, North Vancouver, which came about. Mrs. Murphy's place, 1458 East 29th Street, Lynn Valley, North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Okay? I phoned her, talked to her, she said, come on over, then it'll be yours, I'll give you a check. I think it was only $35 per month. I loved it. I had all the money and ready to go. I grabbed my guns, I had one pistol, by the way, because it's kind of a rough area. But anyway, blacktop cab right over to Lynn Valley, right over the bridge. Dragged my stuff over. And holy Macintosh. There's a basement suite, a beautiful place, and that's where the Hutchison effect was years later discovered. Yes, George Hathaway was there. There was government people there. There's Canadian government people. There's U.S. government people. There's people from SAIC and Rand Corporation. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not kidding. It's all in the documents, okay? Somebody's going to write a book on me. I think he's going to. I don't know. But lately it's been about 3 journalists, TV people. I can name the companies, I suppose. NBC, Lathan, what's his, I don't know his company, Lathan. Then a gentleman in Germany, Bernard, anyway, doesn't matter. So, going back around to all these different situations, because I was born in Marguerite Street, South Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Next to Austin Taylor's mansion down there. Check it out. Then my dad moved to North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. 3045 Credon Drive, North Vancouver, British Columbia. Right in Edgemont Village, which is now a popular little place. Grew up there. I went to Tom Bongalis, collected guns, and went to got chemistry, went to scrapyards, went to all these different places. Ever since a kid, I've been scrapyarding. You can see behind me all kinds of goodies from fair radio sales, Lima, Ohio, and eBay. Woohoo! So internet came along, and of course, but anyway, what did I do for a living? No, nothing. I was on welfare. Thank God. I didn't have to work for the man or fit into society. I didn't want to fit into society. I didn't want a cell phone. I didn't want a phone and all this crap and junk and garbage or a car. Thank you. Didn't want any of that stuff. No. Okay, so moving right along, I did consulting work for various people. Some of the payments were $2,500,000. Germany, Japan, Richard Brewer, and others. 10,000 from Ria Trade Group businessmen. I always keep my end of the bargain. I produce power cells. I produce other things. I consulted. I worked for the Artificial Reef Society of British Columbia, Canada. 5 years, 4 warships. My job is to take apart all the artillery, cannons, ordnance, electronics, and everything else, which I love doing, and I would do it again. I didn't want any money. I had already lots of money. I just wanted to learn and be loyal to the project manager, Wes Roots. And Wayne Grant and Raleigh. We had a lot of fun together. Luckily, I taped it too. Then moving right along into, let's see, so many different things happened though. Moving right along to, to New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, where I've been there for quite a while and moved out of there. Got into doing TV shows, all the different, you name it, I did them. At least 300 of them. I calculate. There's a whole roll of videos up there. When I got copies from the TV people. So it was NBC, it was CNN, it was National Geographic TV and Film History Channel, Discovery Channel International, and many in Japan. I think 1 or 2 in Germany. But anyway, I did a lot in Canada. I did my own show, Ark of the Covenant Revealed. I was co-producer of it and director, and we did it, and it's on my Internet Movie Database profile. Check it out. Okay? So check that out. You'll see my history and all that, okay? So, when are you going to be sending me money to get more electronics, okay? Do it. Instead of talking about it, do it. So Charlie Holmes wanted to pay me something for a bunch of documents. I don't know why, but anyway. It's supposed to be a book written about me by Bob Greener. I don't know if that's going to be real or not, because most of the time the people talk, it turns real or it doesn't turn real. Okay, let's get into reality here. That's what I discovered. I'll believe it when I see it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that want to come and see me, and I delete their emails because I don't want to see them, okay? I don't know who they are. Facebook people, whatever they are, I don't know. They could be wonderful people, actually, but I don't know who they are, okay? Some old people I met a long time ago show up once in a while. Oh, hi, John, I want to see you again. Or whatever, you know, so I said, huh? But anyway, I like people, certain people I like. I like hanging around them and talking to them and having fun with them. There's a lot of people I don't know that I really don't want to know. So, I don't know who you are. If you got credentials, fine. I am, right away, you got my attention. If you don't, oh well. If you're an unusual person, you got my attention, okay? Unusual, very unusual. A different kind of person. But I look at humans and how they progress in age and all that, and I see that they, a lot of them just turn into a big pile of walking fat and full of horrendous psychological problems. Holy Macintosh. There's a lot out there, and it doesn't matter what age they are either. They could be young or old. I've seen old people that are just young as anybody and free and happy, and I've seen the same, very, all miserable, and but it works at age, doesn't matter, so anyway. It's an interesting planet. There's a lot of good people on this planet, by the way. Oh. Unfortunately, there's a lot of psychopaths and crazy. Look at Donald Trump. That is the biggest clown on the planet, right? I'm sure you're a Trump fan. You think the guy is wonderful. He's this big fat slob. He bullshits us the way around, and he's just read my Kampf or Hitler stuff and tried to do something. You know, it's just a big fat pig. You know, he takes a shit like you and I do, right? Plays with his pecker if he wants to, and you know, we're all humans. What the hell? Come on, be good. Then you got the other character, Joseph Biden. Just an old Southern Kentuckian nutcase that wound up in politics. You know, it's all these people are. I have met politicians. They come right to my place in Canada. Congressman. Dennis Justinich, very nice gentleman. I met him in life. At my place. Berkeley Bedell, and Canadian ones too, Joe Clark and others, Lawrence Williams or somebody. But we're all humans. There was Sten, a gay parliamentarian. I met him too. Very nice person. I'm just nice and bad and everything, and poor, homeless, rich, famous, doesn't matter. There's assholes that are super rich, and there's very unique people that are super rich. I met them. I met people that run their own countries, for Christ's sakes. Okay? Good friends. Many letters, many cards. Jesus. Wow. I mean, come on. No, I never got in trouble with doing anything. I've always obeyed all laws, and proud of that. And I don't like criminal activity. I don't like being near criminal activity. I observe it. But no, not interested in any of that crap. A lot of it going on. There's a lot of scams going on with people wanting money and taking their money, and you got the scams of the pharmaceutical companies and all their crazy garbage. You got agencies that try and overlook it, but it's just useless. So, also Google's all synthesized gibberish. It just can't really find anything there. It depends on what you're looking for. Anything medical is all synthesized into talk to your doctor, or talk to your dentist, or talk to your doctor, or talk to your psychiatrist. So it's all that kind of attitude, you know. So I don't bother with it. I spend most of my time looking at certain videos on YouTube and look at Facebook folks doing their crazy stuff, and then I look at eBay most of the time for searching for stuff. And as you can see, it's amazing what I can find. I do search out other things in medical stuff, science stuff. A lot of it's just gone. A lot of it is, the good stuff's in Russia and other countries, actually. And luckily, there's bits and pieces you can find stuff on things that are no longer around. And it's hard to find it, too. It takes a lot of time in digging through it all. Oh, well, you find it. Yeah, I know, something's showing, but who cares? It's just my swimming trunks under my skirt, so don't panic. I'm your little hottie, so I like joking around, I like having fun. I like smiling, I like laughing, I like animals, so. And I like relics. I'm a relic collector, aren't I? But I learned from them because in relics you find a lot of interesting things that people have forgotten about a long time ago. Like something new came along and that was forgotten. So, and again, and again, and again. How many of you know what the Edison effect is? Or Tesla's carbon detector system using a pen on carbon lamp black. Do you know what lamp black is? Probably not. Do you know what an R390 is, or a ANFR R59? Probably not. Somebody might, but my buddy back east would know. he's kind of like me. He likes all the old stuff and other things too. So there's a lot to it. It's well made. It works. And again, like I said before, there's a lot of things that were produced. People say, "Oh, that's probably a lot better than this stuff," and they went to it and they forgot all about the good stuff that these things have that they forgot about, and can't seem to ever get it right. You know. So, you know, same with engineering, metallurgical sciences, crystallology, crystallography, energy sources, gravity research, which has been around a long time, by the way. And you ever heard of gravitometer? See, I studied popular science and also Scientific American, and I've seen gravitometers and gravity detector units. Silk thread pieces mounted so it would move when the weights move around that way. You don't even know that one, do you? Probably not. Again, old technology. So what's all this UFO stuff? Where's the UFO? Huh? All I got from the CIA was some unknown metal stuff fell out of the sky, parts of some motor, or something. But again, any alien race would have to travel here, if not travel transpose or transcend here. They wouldn't bother with us. Come on. We haven't even, they got hyperdrive, they got stuff beyond our comprehension, they got here and there, and they look at this as a barbarous, teeming planet of different life forms. They wouldn't bother talking. They might select some certain individuals because they're so advanced they realize these individuals could help these poor creatures who are down here, the humans. But most likely, unlikely, it's a lot of fabricated mental issue stuff, People make up their own stuff a lot. So, a good example is religion. All of that is this man-made stuff and publicized, and ancient leaders a long time ago looked at it and thought it'd be a good idea to tell people about it and make them behave and all that and pay their money and all that. It's just a crock of shit. Jesus is a crock of shit. You got all these people that hate the Middle East people. I think Jesus was born in the Middle East, wasn't he? I don't know. Never read the Bible. No one interested in fabrication of mankind, their imagination stuff, and all the junk they write up in regards to that kind of thing. Although I was in Egypt, I saw a lot of fascinating stuff that was done. We had like Coral Castle, Oh, he had an anti-gravity, no, he had a beautiful anti-gravity machine. It's called a Igetic chain block. It's amazing what we can do with chain blocks. Yeah. So you got all the frauds out there like Paul Pantone, his geek garbage, John Searle, and his stupid garbage. All these people have so much junk and stupid nonsense that doesn't work. It's all make-believe. It's internet garbage. Trust me, it is. Ask George Hathaway. I'll tell you. The Alexander motor, this motor, that motor, over Unity, this over Unity, that thing, all this garbage. Horrendous piles of truncated nonsense. And you buy into it, don't you? And some of you invest in all this garbage and junk and stuff. Yeah, Paul Pantone, meth addict, phoned me ranting and raving about something incomprehensible. His wife Molly or something, or the agents are after him and all this garbage. When you hear the agents are after them, drop them like a hot brick. It's a game they play to make sure that they get money and they don't have to pay you back and show anything, right? It's a good game. So all of them have it. Most of them have it. There's only a few scientists I know that have anything that really works. It's Dr. Peter Kokoschnik, one, Ken Shoulders, Thomas E. Bearden, and I forget some of the names, their names, but they had real things and probably still do. But I'm not a scientist. But anyway, I know these people, seen it in real life. Good names like Dr. Putoff, George Hathaway, and Colonel Alexander, and many others know their stuff very well. Don't try and fool them with some nonsensical gibberish you think you got. You ain't gonna work. So like that, life's it's interesting. And today I sat in the sun for I think about 3 or 4 hours. There's a dark blue sky, meaning that a lot of particles weren't up there, so the UV would come down full strength, and I got good, nicely charged. On that note, I'm going on and on and on. So what are you little people doing out there, you little characters, you little life forms? What did you say? Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I'm looking up something. So I put out a newsletter to a bunch of scientists actually that for some reason they contacted me over there. It's from NASA, U.S. government, and others. That's most likely this will be an operation probably by the end of winter, I think. Maybe earlier. I don't know. Would be I'm interested in time dilation, ball lightning, and some of the anti-gravity metal effects. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's very dangerous kind of stuff, and I knew that a long time ago too. That's why I always had a CO2 fire extinguisher or run out the door like hell, which I think I've done a few times. But oh well, Alec will tell you what happened. Here's my other part. Alexander Sharashevsky and George Lissa case experienced some pretty unusual effects in the police in 1989. But anyway, the effects will be hopefully documented by good people. No point in keeping it secret. I'm not into secret stuff. Just do it. Put it on the news or something, or TV again, or whatever it is. Yeah, people say, oh, well, and this and that. Well, with the U.S. government, folks, if it worked consistently, they probably would have been offered some kind of contract. But take it all. Take the technology. I won't talk about it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't bother me at all. As long as I have my fun with doing crazy stuff all the time. But unfortunately, it was like usual. It's just works. Sometimes it doesn't work. The Canadian government people, if I could get the videos, but I can never get the videos either from Los Alamos or the Canadian government for some reason, but it would show things that they overlook. The one good video I got from McDonnell Douglas with George Jack Hout shows a number of hours of interesting effects, especially when you speed up the whole video. That's interesting. Who else? There was Dr. Ludwig. And he filmed a couple of weeks, and then there's some good stuff going on there. But it gets kind of boring after a while. I was bored. Well, come on. That's fun, I guess. I don't know. Hey, TV people pay $1,000 for a day to film that stuff? They did. Highest amount was from Ark of the Covenant revealed. That was like, I think, $50,000. And footage from Japan would come to over here. I've talked with these producers, and they buy the footage. And like $100,000 of footage from GriffinFilmProductions.com. Peter von Puckhammer. He sold so much footage to all the different countries, and went to NBC, True TV. It's good money. I mean, it makes money, and sometimes you don't have to do anything. It's oh, hi Peter. Yeah, I sold some footage to blah blah blah. And here's a check or a wire it to you or something. It's worked out fine for me. I say okay, I'm going to buy my vitamins and more equipment like this and other crazy things I like doing, which I did do. God, I did. I'm just going through my gun collection. I didn't realize how many vintage firearms I have. in mint condition. Well, they go back to when I was a kid when I was buying them. So, well. What else? Hot dates, hot sex. Did you hear me? Oh, is it really? Okay. So it's coming to the end of my video, my ranting. Take it off here. That's where it's up there on that. See that white string that was holding this on an angle. So now I can goof around, okay, more. And see how long I've been chatting for, at least 30 minutes. Hi! My name is Barbarella from Kentucky. See, I'm charged up with all that sunlight. And I'm getting these nice and tanned. Oh, why do I dress like this? Because I enjoy it. It's my personal reflection of myself. Okay. I don't look in the mirror that much. It's my own psychological hang-up, by the way. And I know I should change it to be I'm a beautiful person. I don't need all this stuff on. But, oh well, I like what I like doing, okay? No, I don't want to be a lady. I'm sort of in between a lady and a man. A man, a lady, I don't know what I am. I'm an alien. Ha! I'm an alien! Or a nut. You decide. I'm just one human on this planet of billions. Like everybody else, I take a dump, I go pee wee wee wee, and enjoy eating stuff, sleeping. You know? I'm no better than you. I'm just probably less than what you are. I'm just a little human, a little nutcase. And trust me, I've done this stuff even at Riverview and imitate people. Used to go on the stage. They have a stage there, and Pennington Hall it was called. You could go and do your crazy stuff, and I did. They liked it. That was a long time ago. Holy mackerel. I think, look up on Google all these places, okay? Essendale, Riverview, West Lawn, Crease Clinic, Pennington Hall, Hillside. I like that non-stress world. It was interesting. I just do what I wanted. I was invisible. You know, what mental hospital allows firearms into their place? And radio gear. Come on, it's true. My lawyer, R. Flynn Marr, will be visiting and confirming that. He wants to get together for our annual, not annual, it's been a number of years since. Plus, he signed the agreements with the U.S. government people to do the levitation stuff, so he did all that stuff as well. You know, something like $35 million to come in for me to look after. Joanne McCluskey was the lawyer handling all that with the U.S. government people. I don't know whatever happened to it, and I don't care. Just things go, if they happen, they happen. If they do, they don't. It's all part of life. I'll put this down for a minute. I look like a goof. Oh, wow. So, one of the darkest times I was, for punishment, from Crease Clinic, I was put onto the ward in West Lawn called C4. A back ward of people that were dying. And he said, if you don't go to school, what they want you to do, you're going to wind up like one of these people. I had about 50 people on this 4th floor ward, locked all day. The patients will be moved around, walk around the furniture all day long, and go to bed. It was a rough time, a week for me. Punishment. And I witnessed something up there that I reported to Constable, our CMP Constable Brooke Bank. One of the staff beat up and probably killed, I think he killed this patient. This happened a few times over there, and I reported it, and they investigated, and the guy got fired. And the guy's cornered me in the laundry building and said, if you talk about us ever again, we're going to knock you off. And I said, oh, okay. And I just said, oh, okay, time to go see Constable Brookbank again. And he put me under protective observation, as I would call it at the time. So, I'm very aggressive, as my lawyer knows, in criminal, or not in criminal, but cases like that. Because Pierre Elliott Trudeau targeted me because I'm a gun collector, and that turned in, for him, a disaster. That's where my lawyer, R. Flynn Marr, I met him. So I won all my cases. The courts ordered all my machine guns, 50 caliber Brownings, and others returned to me right away. I had the access to the press, and I lambasted Pierre Elliott Trudeau through the media, TV, and actual newspapers. And I still have the newspaper clippings, but I don't have the TV stuff. But I won all my cases and went after the RCMP. So, it's interesting. Where is it going to go with all that? Okay, so anyway. That was 1978, oh, for Pete's sake. Wow. I go like a tank over the hill, firing all my guns when something goes wrong. I'm that way, okay? Same as that poor cop when I'm waiting for the bus, the number 5 Robson Street bus downtown Vancouver at night, a police officer was having a hard time with some criminal guy who grabbed the police officer's gun in his hands, and I ran over from the bus stop, across the street, grabbed his hand, twisted it, got the gun out, and sliced it, put it back in the police officer's holster while he got him handcuffed. I've done that kind of stuff. Something goes blank in me and I just do it, okay? Same with some lady being raped in Vancouver. I just went blank and rescue time for her. And a few other times. I don't know what that means. It's like I go blank and do something so nobody gets hurt. I don't know what it means. Still do it too. Strange, isn't it? I had somebody point a rifle at me one time and said, I'm going to shoot you now. And I said, do it. Go ahead. I don't care. He didn't. I was unloaded, and I took the gun away from him. It was Jerry Rhodey, North Vancouver, and gave it to his parents. Said he's running around with this lever action 30-30. Said he's going to blow my brains out. And Mr. Rhodey gave Jerry Rhodey hell. Us crazy kids back then were nutty on the fruitcakes. There were Daniel Larissa. He killed himself with potassium chlorate and sugar after blowing up a few telephone poles. I didn't like the guy. I got in fights with him a few times too. He had to get in a fight with somebody, get smacked in his face, he get blood all over the place. Anyway, I was in my lab at the time, a chemical lab, and I heard he got blown up. And I said, ha, oh well. And his dad, Larissa's dad, was competition for my dad, who is head of Collier's Encyclopedia Western Canada. Daniel Larissa's dad was head of Britannia. And Britannia's Encyclopedia. That's some weird stuff, but anyway. That's what happened. So I was living in an area where doctors were next door neighbors, get drunk on the weekends, drink their alcohol, crawling around the floor with my dad. There's all kind of ritzy stuff up there. On Crescent View Drive, Edgemont Village. Good old days when the dinosaurs died, huh? Oh well, someday all of this right now will be the good old days too. If humans still survive whatever's going to happen. Which could be nothing, it could be something, who knows? I'm not a prophet, doctor. I'm not a prophet. How long have I been talking now? Oh, look at that, 39 minutes. Well, it's getting close to being after 5, but this crazy guy's got to go take his vitamins and make cigarettes. Sounds contradictory, doesn't it? Well, you figure it out. I don't know, so... Endorphin. Hi, my little darlings. Let's try the light this way. I might get a good screenshot of myself. Who knows? Who cares? Something's going on. Hi, my name is John. Oh, that's what I worked on down there. It's a box, a metal box for a radio unit that came from Fair Radio Cells. It fits in that unit quite nice and it's perfect for that piece. It's a directional finding system, which is, where did I put it? Oh, I gotta take a picture of that and try and find more info on Google. Here we go. Let's see. Where did you go? Hell. Right there. Made by Collins Radio. And I should get a picture of that and try and find info on the internet. But that fits into that unit, and I'll put it into the, what I call the monitoring area. That is a bunch of receivers used to monitor the odd signals I'll be producing here, and I have a secondary and third place for monitoring and production. There's going to be installed a gigantic screen TV up in the ceiling, along with cameras and security cameras. So you better check out my PayPal and send me money if you want to be bothered being part of any of this. Send money to johnhobbit777@aol.com. So I'm turning into a capitalist, so do it or forget it. So most people are full of bullshit, and it catches up to them in time, and it will to the bullshitters that I have known and bullshitters. On that note, show a little leg, huh? Why not? In my swimming trunks. I could be posing for pictures, huh? Might as well do it. What the hell? You only live once. Just have fun and do it. Not screwing around with all this other crap. Right. I'll take screenshots of this video and see if there's anything good. Good screenshot of this stupid crap. Usually upload it to Funbook. But everybody likes uploading junk to Funbook. Hundreds of selfies of themselves, and well, I'll join a club in that area, but I'm never going to own a phone. I don't own a phone. The only phone I got is from Muscle Warship or something. I don't want a phone. I don't want to turn into one of those phone persons. All they do is play with their phone and stare at it and take pictures and other stupid things. No, thank you. I do that with this old iPad. It'll work. I've got too much to do, and you bother talking on the phone. And I don't like phone. I don't like talking on the phone. Even when I had a landline, all I did was listen to phone, and if it sounded interesting, I picked up. That's how I met my investors. They sounded professional. I picked up, and we met in Los Angeles, by the way. I have it on video, too. In person, I met the Japanese people at my sister's place. They gave me huge amounts of money and got arranged and plane fare, and people would come and see me and deliver things. So I spent 94 and 95 in Japan. Okay. Yeah. I also worked on the warships 5 years, but I'd be traveling back and forth to LA all the time. So on that note, I guess I should go. Hope it's not too late. Then I don't like rushing. So, what? Okay, for you out there who bothers even watching these stupid videos, what would you like me to talk about? How do you like me to dress? Tell me about yourselves instead of me talking about myself. Okay, go. Oh, toothless. What what do you think I am, a man or a girl? Do you know that? You're probably too stupid to figure it out, but oh well, I'm sorry. Or am I androgen? What do you think? You think I'm smart or stupid? Maybe I'm pretty stupid. I don't know. That could be possible. All right, I'm going now for a cigarette and take my vitamins. And can I say go off to dinner? Gumming. People at gum. Old gummers walking around the street gumming. You ever heard of gumming? Sort of a mental disease, I believe. But however, time to go, and I had to click the little red button and turn it off and go and take on Brighthorse and join the old girls club somewhere. Oh, just have a field day playing tiddlywinks with the human race, I suppose. The human race is so many bullshitters out there. Oh, John, I want to do this, I want to do that. But they don't. Are you going to do it or not? Are you going to do something or not? You can if you want to, but I'm not going to be. I'll be surprised if you do, but carry on, Major. It'd be quite surprising if some of these characters that talk all this crap really come across as something, wouldn't it? I don't know. Humans are ridiculously untrustworthy.